Hello everybody. I've been told that somebody in my class has moved house. It can be a little bit different sometimes, so I thought I'd read you a story just to make you feel a little bit better and so you can remember the things we did when we were in school. This book's called A Squash and a Squeeze. It's been written by Julia Donaldson. A little old lady lived all by herself, with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. A wise old man heard her grumble and grouse. "There's not enough room in my house. Wise old man, won't you help me, please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your hen," said the wise old man. "Take in my hen? What a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped round the room, knocking over the jug. The little old lady, she cried, "What shall we do? It was pokey for one and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle, there's no room to sneeze. Achoo! My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat? What a curious plan." Well, the goat chewed the curtains and he trod on the egg, and then he sat down to nibble the table leg. Oh dear. The little old lady, she cried, "Glory be! It was tiny for two, but it's titchy for three. The hen pecks the goat, and the goat's got fleas, and my house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig? What a curious plan." So she took in her pig that kept chasing the hen and raiding the larder again and again. Oh dear. The little old lady, she cried, "Stop, I implore! It was titchy for three, it's tiny for four." And even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." "Take your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow? What a curious plan." Well, the cow took one look and he charged straight at the pig and then jumped onto the table and tapped out a jig. Look at that cow, oh dear. The little old lady, she cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for four and it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out, I'm down on my knees. My house is a squish and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squish and a squeeze." Take them all out, said the wise old man. Then they'll be back where I first began. So she opened the window and out flew the hen. That's better. At last I can sneeze again. Achoo! She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. My house is beginning to feel pretty big. She huffed and she puffed as she pushed out the cow. Just look at my house. It's enormous now. Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for 5. It's gigantic for 1. There's no need to grumble and no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house. And now she's full of frolics and fiddly-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yet she's full of frolics. Yoo-hoo! And fiddly-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. There, that's the end of our story. But eventually she got into a house. It was a good home and it was the right home and she was very, very happy. So for any of you guys that are moving house, give it a little while and then you're going to feel really happy. Bye everyone. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye.